Hi everybody, this is Ellie. Thanks so much for joining me today for a flip through of the month of April in my Hobonichi journal/memory keeper. I have the A6 English version of the Hobonichi Techo, so it is the full year and it is still in my Trifolio from Sojourner. This is the Enoch leather with the Spec Brown pocket. It just hugs these notebooks so nicely. I am not caught up in my weekly supplement, but I do hope to show you guys that someday. So in my first video where I shared this setup, I got some great suggestions for how to use these pages. As you can see, I haven't actually gotten into them yet. Hopefully I do. If I don't, that's okay too. Then we come to the monthly spread. This is always one of my favorites. I just go through my stickers and choose something to represent something that happened that day. Something good, something neutral, even days where I'm not feeling the best. It all goes in here. I will usually write some sort of word, something to help kind of trigger the memory. Some days it's only a sticker and that's fine too. I find these really fun pages to flip back on. The stickers themselves are just so cute and I love actually using them. Plus, it's fun to get these little visual snippets of things that happened. I usually use the Le Pen technical drawing pens in here, either the 0.05 or the 1.0. Just depends on whatever mood I'm in. And let's flip to April. I don't usually have an ollie clip in here. That was just so that I could get to this section without rifling about. This year, for the first time, I have decided to do quotes on these, I guess, coming up pages for the month. So this one is by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. For after all, the best thing one can do when it is raining is let it rain. And I love that quote. It was great for spring here in Ontario. I was able to use this washi tape. This is a collab that Dakshina did with London Gifties, and I love it. And some stickers from my Create with Pen subscription. I just thought all that foiling and raindrop theme was perfect. Then we move into April. So you'll see I do some hand lettering. These kind of girl washi tape stickers were from my friend Maria at A Papery Life. I have some Note and Wish washi tape. I have my April palette with the washis I've pulled. I'm flexible with this. If I'm doing a spread and I want a specific washi I know that I have to kind of represent something more specific, I'll pull it in, but I do like having this kind of curated palette because it's just one less decision that I have to make. Love this quote. This was a sample of London Gifties washi from Dakshina. The Tombow I used this month was 620 and I just love this light purple. I like to practice my hand lettering, so I watched the Detectorists on, again, my friend Maria's recommendation, and I loved it so much. So you'll see that a few times this month. I rewatched Abominable with my grandma, and it was so cute. Put a quote here, lost lettering chicken, and just continued it on the next page because what else are you going to do? The Blue Jays had their first game, so I just wrote in the starting lineup. I like that little memory too. Tried to do a line drawing of someone doing downward dog. You can see here, it's funny, at a glance, I don't see the mistake, but I mean, I'm too lazy usually to draw with pencil first, so I went in with my fine liner, made a mistake, just kept going. A thumbnail for a video I posted using some of those stickers. I had a hair appointment, purchased a cover. It's not here yet, but I will share it with you guys when it is. What did I have here? Oh, sometimes on blank pages, I do keep little things I want to tip in. So that was just for the 2022 Hobonichi order I received. This is a new washi tape I have from Planner Monkey Co. I like the transparent background with the black doodles, the black floral doodles. It's beautiful. We celebrated Easter. I did some baking, which I haven't done in so long, so of course I put a picture in there. I love this spread. This is me doing my best to recreate an image by Abbey Lossing. It's just beautiful. I love it. I love this quote from Jim Carrey, of all people. Here's my Detectorist spread. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite spreads I've done in here so far. Drew a little magpie, included some gold Swatelier stickers I had. This is from London Gifties. It's a sample Dakshina sent me. And again, the show is just so quiet and funny and lovely and a little bit melancholy, but like in a really moving way for me. And I just found out that they're going to be making a special. It was only 3 short seasons, so I'm super excited about that. We celebrated my mom's birthday. I can see here we had sushi. We took some family photos in the backyard. We had cake. Finished our taxes. These are some printables from Brandy Kincaid. So I'll have blank pages. A lot of times I'll write my own quotes, and sometimes, again, I'll go through any kind of tip-ins I have in my tip-in envelope and see how I can include those. Another quote. This was the stationery stockpile challenge for April. I really like how this one turned out. It is nice and soft. I will link the collab playlist that I have with Dakshina in case you want to see any of our videos. And please do tag us if you participate. It's so much fun to see what you guys create. Oh, here my dad and I went to Toronto and we just took a selfie. It's hilarious because this might be the only selfie we've ever taken together, to be honest with you. And I'm all blurry because I think I put a thumbprint right over the lens before I took it. Anyways, it's fine. I know exactly what it is. It's just really funny. This is another printable from Brandy Kincaid, and this is by Mellow Doodles. I've gotten her calendar, like her wall calendar, for the past 3 years, and this was just, you know how sometimes on the back of the calendar it has like the 12 little images for each month? Her images are all these really lovely quotes, so I cut that part out, and now I have a bunch of them that I can include on my pages. See, this is what I mean about pulling in washi tapes that aren't technically part of the palette, but are perfect for the day. My brother and I went to an outlet mall to look for a Mother's Day gift for my mom and had no luck, except we found a bakery there that was delicious, so got to use some of these stickers. And this is a washi tape from Audrey Okea. You can see, doing a little bit of hand lettering. Here I'm using the Tombow Fudenosuke in the hard tip. Oh, and that was the last day. That brings us right into May. So I'll just go ahead and flip through quietly in case you want to see the pages all at once. It's funny because sometimes when I'm doing spreads, I finish it and I just think, I do not love that. But when I have a chance to sit down and flip through it like this, I'm just so happy that there's anything on the page. And even though part of me always felt like I was going to be a very consistent journaler in terms of style, I consider this more eclectic, and that's fine. I have a lot of things that I've collected since I found the planner community, and it's just fun to use them. And I let myself do as little or as much as I'd like. And my only real goal is to try and get in here as regularly as I can because I do love having things to flip through and just having these little glimpses of the day-to-day, of the ordinary moments, whether it is actual memory keeping, a recounting of what I did that day. So that would be more like this day here when I wrote what it was like when we worked on our taxes, or here, the outlet mall. This is kind of, I use the page flags to describe different things that we did that day. And this is just a quote. I'm looking here. I know that starting yoga is important to me, or starting stretching at least. And remembering how much I love the Detectorists. It's all in here. It's all fun. And I guess most importantly, it's all manageable for me. So I am having fun with this. I had the cousin last year, but I guess the size just felt more intimidating to me than I realized, because this seems friendly and, again, I'm going to use the same word, manageable. So I am loving the A6. I do expect it to get pretty fluffy by the end of the year. So that's 5 months here. I don't always love writing in it when it's fluffy, but I love flipping back at it when it's fluffy. So there's a little bit of a trade-off, and we'll see at the end of the year how I feel about it. If you journal, I'd love to hear how it's going for you. Do you also have a daily journal? I keep a daily journal because otherwise I won't do it. It'll be months before I get back in, and this kind of gives me a little bit of structure and a little bit of, I want to say pressure, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but just it's waiting for me. I know it's already set up. All I have to do is literally glue something in or put pen to paper, and there's the space that exists for that. So for me, that's really great. I know other people, data journals don't work, whether it's because they like to write a lot more or they just want to be in it at certain times. Either way, I'd love to hear how journaling is going for you. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.